Hello and welcome to the One People Show.
So I'm just going to do this. Hello and welcome everyone to the One People Roundtable show today, because it's been a complete from the beginning. We've already been here on and off for an hour due to time zone changes.
Daylight savings time in Australia.
She's all, yeah. So here we are. I'm fading fast and may or may not last for very long.
Lisa hasn't slept yet.
Lisa hasn't slept yet.
She hasn't slept yet, and she's highly caffeinated, which is sometimes not a great combination.
No. Okay, we were just briefly, prior to pressing record, running over some stuff that's been going on, so we'll start again with more details.
Where do you want me to start? That's the problem.
Okay, well,
literally.
Start with Russia and the US.
Okay, should I start with just this weekend in general? Just as the lead up into the Russia stuff?
Okay.
Okay, to set the mood. Because, I'm all about mood music and background. So set the mood for the Russia news. So I did a Transpacific News on Sunday. I ran through it really quick, well, as quick as I could. Okay, so we had Rosh Hashanah, which was, well, we had the lead up into the weekend with, on the black moon, the dark moon, whatever you want to call it, the funeral for the former Israeli Prime Minister and President, Shimon Peres, with all the world leaders there, all in Jerusalem. And they were all there in Jerusalem for, the moon dark, the whole bit. Then we have Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year, which is the closing out of the Shemitah Jubilee year. Right, also Islamic New Year, also the Golden National Week in China. Also happens to be Saturday night. IMF announces the inclusion of the Chinese yuan now in the SDR basket of reserve currencies. So now China, the renminbi, or yuan, whichever you want to call it, is now a global reserve currency right there next to the US dollar. On top of the Jesuit order having a huge meeting to vote in a new Black Pope, let's call him what he is. The new Black Pope was being voted in this weekend. This has only happened 35 times since the 1500s, but it just so happened to happen this weekend as well.
What do you mean only 35 times?
Don't ask me. I'm just giving you the numbers. I don't know. Maybe they just reincarnate the fucker and put him back into place. I prop him up like Weekend at Bernie's. I just don't know. You distracted me. What else happened this weekend? There was something else. There was a shitload of stuff that happened this weekend. When you talk about the whole putting...
Apparently Cliff High, did you see that comment? Cliff High reckons the banks will be folding in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, well, this is this whole thing. There's a lot of rumors, a lot of everything. We've had announcements in August and September from... in Britain, one of Britain's biggest he's the editor of like the Financial Times in England, he's like the big honcho for that stuff, actually used the term debt jubilee. He used the term, August 26th, I believe. The world needs a debt jubilee. We've got a lot of this stuff coming up. We have Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank is completely fucking bankrupt, and they can't hide it anymore. But to add insult to injury, Italy is now suing Deutsche Bank for the bringing down of their two major banks. And they're suing them on top of everything else. Deutsche Bank's, bank cards go down, and ATM machines all went down this weekend. All of a sudden, no one with a Deutsche Bank card could get money out. Apparently, and of course, it was all
people saying, I've got no debt to forgive, and maybe I should go and run out a credit card right real fast.
Yeah, everyone, no, don't do that, guys. That's not smart. Okay, yeah, and in Germany, it's Monday today. It's Tuesday for you, Lise, but here it's Monday. It was a bank holiday. A good portion of the world had bank holidays today, whether it was fucking Independence Day all over the world, God knows, or New Year's, or because they were
holiday yesterday too.
Really? Oh, that's right, because it's the Queen's birthday. And explain to me how the Queen's birthday.
We celebrate the Queen's birthday in June.
Okay, well, I just saw a thing because I was looking up the world holidays and it said Australia, Queen's birthday. I'm like, what fucking Queen's birthday are they celebrating?
No, the Queen's birthday is like June 4th, and it marks the official start of the bloody winter.
I don't know.
Queen's birthday, well, it was a public holiday here in New South Wales.
Queen's birthday in Queensland? Queensland? Okay, wait.
They do like to do things on their own, in their own little way and in their own time. I get that. She has two birthdays, and neither of them are her real birthday.
I know, it is Queensland. It's not like it's New South Wales like Queensland is celebrating the Queen's birthday on Labor Day. I'm sorry, that's just fucked up. That's really funny. So anyway,
oh God, that was funny, Peter. How many fucking birthdays does a lizard have in a year?
Yeah. I don't know. Lizards have multiple birthdays, I guess. So yeah, the weekend has been rather eventful. Yes, rather eventful.
On a personal level too, I can assure you.
Yeah, well, I want to hear about that, and we're going to have to talk about the fuckery that was going on this weekend, because holy shit. Oh, I got some screenshots from CERN and the Schumann resonance as well from this weekend, and a coronal mass ejection that I've all been able to tie together into a nice little knot. But you'll have to talk for a few minutes while I find that stuff later. So Sunday, it comes out an announcement that Russia is planning the largest drill of all time. And I'm not talking about a little drill. I'm talking about this drill is supposed to have okay, I'm gonna have to read you the numbers because everyone will think I'm making this up off the top of my head. This is from Russia's own website that was announcing the drill. The drill will be October 4th to 7th. They're mobilizing 40 million people, more than 200,000 rescue and recovery specialist units, and 50,000 pieces of equipment. Okay? That is with 2 days' notice. That announcement was announced at 1 p.m. Moscow time on Sunday. On the 2nd, it starts on the 4th. And I went, oh, again, timing with everything else going on this weekend. And all of a sudden, Russia just so happens to decide to throw the biggest fucking drill in all history, just like that. Well, then the news today.
Is that noise coming from your end or no?
Yes, that was Nick just opening the fridge. Be quiet, Nick. Go eat your yogurt quietly. Sorry. So then today, I got a message from one of our Russian friends saying, oh, you just wait till you see what's going on. So I'm going to pull up my screen share because really, you got to do this justice because it's been a day. So here we have, I put out the article yesterday. The Russian Emergency Ministry announces this massive, massive drill. And we've gone through, like with friends of ours in Russia, and we've actually, this is legit, it's actually happening. Then we have, hold on, you got to bear with me that I get these in order. No, hold on. Right. Putin signs into law a basically, and this is all, sorry guys, it's like Google Translate right out of Russian websites, so bear with me. Has suspended the agreement with the U.S. on the plutonium disposition, however you want to say it. Now, this is interesting because of the words that went along with this. We're like, oh, snap. Russia suspended the agreement with the U.S. plutonium disposition. The decision was taken due to the emergence of threat to strategic stability as a result of hostile actions by the United States. The decision was made in connection with the radical change in circumstances of a threat to strategic stability as a result of hostile action in the United States against Russia. The inability of the United States to ensure the fulfillment of obligations for the disposal of excess weapons-grade plutonium in accordance with international treaty, as well as based on the need for urgent action to protect the security of Russia according to this decree. So that came out first thing this morning in Russia. Followed by, because this just keeps going, followed by, bear with me a second here, I'm going to have to lower this down so I can see my links. Putin demands the United States compensate Russia for economic losses due to economic sanctions that the United States has had on Russia for the last couple of years. The agreement between Russia and the U.S. plutonium disposition terminated in Moscow on the 3rd of October can be restored when America's side of several conditions, sorry guys, again, it's a Google Translate. Okay, hold on, give me a second. The Russian president can renew the contract if Washington cancels all sanctions against Russia, as well as compensate for the loss of Russia from these sanctions, including loss from the introduction of forced, and if one of our Russian friends is watching, they could tell me what the hell that next word is, because I don't know what it is, against the United States. The measures in the bill refer to the unfriendly policy of the U.S. in relation to Russia. It is also one of the conditions under which Moscow is ready to renew the agreement on the plutonium. The bill stated the reduction, one of the agreements that they have to do to make so Russia to go back into this bill with the U.S., the reduction of military infrastructure, the number of U.S. troops in NATO countries that joined the alliance after 2000. Okay, so that started this. Then we find...
Yeah, comments. Okay.
I'm not done yet. We haven't even got to the juicy stuff.
I know. So, well, one question then is in the chat room. Does this mean it's because the US said fuck it to dumping their own nukes properly?
Basically, yeah, Nick explained it to me. Russia is being forced to take their weapons-grade plutonium, and they have to put it through a process through their own nuclear reactors, which renders it non-useful for weapons, right? And can never be, like, once it goes through this process, it's done. There's nothing more can be done with it. The US, on the other hand, gets to play another game where they just use some kind of a chemical reaction with their plutonium, which neutralizes it, but it can be brought back to weapons-grade plutonium with another treatment. So that's one of the basic differences, is that the US is forcing them to kill theirs. Sorry?
Why is Russia sort of taking it personally almost and seeing it as a direct threat to them?
Oh, well, you know, the shit that's going on in Syria right now. The US stepped over the line. And when Russia bombed and announced that they bombed the stronghold in the mountains last week with 30 Israeli foreign intelligence guys, plus US, British, French, Saudi, British, and Atari foreign intelligence, and outright said they are running ISIS and giving away information. And when Russia bombed the fuck out of them, yeah, shit's getting seriously, seriously heavy at the moment when it comes to that whole region. And you have the whole John Kerry thing. Like, that man is such a fucking jackass. So
there's also, before you go on, there's a guy on YouTube apparently that has a lot of Mandela effect type videos. He's kind of amusing. Anyway, he said in his former reality, World War III started in Syria exactly the way it's happening here now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, I guess everyone else is catching up. U.S. responded this afternoon to all the stuff that happened in Russia this morning. U.S. responded, U.S. suspends bilateral contact with Russia over Syria. Now, I commented that John Kerry had already threatened Russia this weekend of like, we're going to take our toys and go home. We're not talking to you anymore, nanner, nanner, nanner. But now, Washington has suspended bilateral contacts with Moscow over the Syrian crisis, the U.S. State Department said. Russian Foreign Ministry said it was disappointed by the decision and accused the U.S. of seeking to shift blame for its own failures in Syria. U.S. officials have been threatening for a week to withdraw from the Syrian peace process after the latest ceasefire negotiation by the Foreign Minister Lavrov and John Kerry dipstick collapsed amid bloody fighting. Oh, you mean the ceasefire, of course, that fell apart when the U.S. forces bombed the Syrian military and killed 67 people and injured 112 more? Yeah, that one. Oh, and then there was the 200 civilians. They also bombed 3 days after that. The American forces bombed the town that they thought the jihadists were hiding in, so they just carpet bombed it and killed like 200 some odd civilians, women, children, the whole bit. Yeah, that was the difficulty that apparently they had with this ceasefire. But pardon me if I get a tad, sarcastic and bitchy on this point. And the other bit one here, hold on, no, we got that one. We got Putin demands from the United States compensation for the losses due to the sanction. Oh, and Russia is now demanding the U.S. end sanctions and pay the compensation. And this is the Reuters twist on it, of course, being the Western media has got their own little twist. But the really interesting one that I just got tossed just as we got on here, someone in the chat room seen it.
The word was counter sanctions. Russian counter sanctions.
Thank you. So that word that we could not possibly understand was Russian counter sanctions. There we go. As of today, Russia is taking over president of the UN Security Council. Yeah, this makes things really kind of interesting this week. Really, really, really.
So, the latest blockbuster, because that's all it is, it's theatre, as we know, is playing at the Prophecy of the Bear.
But it's still serious theatre, Lisa. This is the one that I'm going to say. We know it's theatre. Sorry, love, what? You all do that.
People aren't going to be killed.
Exactly. I mean, it's theater. We all know that this is a fucking puppet show because they're all on the same fucking side in the end of it all. But it's still serious. I mean, this is in World War I was the exact same thing again. World War II, and they all play the same fucking field. It's all run by the bankers. Doesn't mean it's not serious. So.
Is there anything more you want to say on that?
No, I'm going to have a smoke now. I'm just like, that's been my, literally, I turned off my computer at about 12 noon today and just went into the kitchen and started cooking and baking. It was like, right, I need to just focus on something not on the computer. So I'm just going to just cook and bake nonstop for like 4 hours. That's what I did.
So just talking about the energy of the weekend in general.
Oh, yeah.
Everything changed. And to some degree, I have my mojo back. And I have been seeing, feeling stuff like I haven't for 3 years.
Oh, really? Oh, then you and I are definitely going to have to talk tomorrow morning when I get up.
Unbelievable. So much is being revealed. The energetic fuckery that's going on it's all getting seen and named and dealt with. The reason I didn't go to sleep until like 4 o'clock this morning was I was doing some serious energetic work, and next thing I knew it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like time just disappeared.
As it does.
There's been a couple of people who have made comments and seen some things and told some stories in the UU room too over the last week about feeling the new earth kind of energies, like different portals and places, and that's become very obvious right now over the last few days. This feeling that this thing that we've talked about for a couple of years, like the two earths, or the 5D, 3D in terms of Dolores Cannon's kind of, the splitting earth thing, all of that. It's become so transparent to me over the last couple of days. I don't even know I can't even explain. There was an energy that had kind of shut me down energetically, and it got exposed. And as soon as it was dealt with, like, I was back. And it was just like, oh, shit.
We got to talk, chick. We got to.
Yeah. But what I've been seeing and feeling since then has just been
Can you examples? Just something?
Well, on the positive side, absolutely seeing these new energies, like the new world, the new earth, the 5D, the whatever you want to call it. They're getting stronger, clearer, more defined. Like you can feel it starts here and ends there. It's like if you stand in this little space, you're right in it. That would be the positive stuff. Other than that, there's just seen some shit that needed to be seen, and cleared, and that work is ongoing. But wow, other people are seeing it.
Do you know what I noticed yesterday and today? The clouds are high up again.
Oh, really?
I literally stood on this morning, and it was like the clouds looked up for like the first time in 2 years. Like they looked like they were where I remember the clouds being as a kid, way high up, because we've had these ridiculous low-hanging clouds for like months and months and months, and there was these really, really high up clouds, and we're getting slaughtered here with chemtrails right now. Every fucking day for 3 weeks now. They're trying to hide the sky almost.
I'll have to. It's been too early to get outside, and apparently I'm coming through a robot. Sorry.
Every so often, you're not too bad, but on my side, but every so often it gets a little glitchy.
Okay. I'll have to take note of that today. Whether that feeling of compression is out there. It's when I get excited.
Well, it was a weird yesterday. It was like, for me, it started Saturday, and as soon as it started, I took note. It starts for me in the time zone, right? At that, like kind of just before noon, I start feeling it, that wooziness, the kind of everything getting all kind of fucked up. And I was like, it's going to be one of those weekends, is it? Do we just miss one weekend? Or like back on track for like an every weekend fucking fuckery of energy? And there was moments where I got really kind of woozy and like my brain, someone just started screen sharing. Someone showing a picture of the clouds. And it was like my brain kept turning off. Like, you get up and do that thing where you'd walk into the kitchen and then forget why the fuck you just walked into the kitchen. I missed it taking me 4 trips to go into the kitchen before I remembered to get a drink of water. And it was like each time I'd get up from the computer and go, oh, I'm so fucking thirsty. And by the time it took me 20 steps to walk into the kitchen, which isn't even through a doorway, by the way. It's not even like we can talk about that whole, walking through the doorway into a new and getting erased as you walk through. No, it's all open concept. And then it eased off and it was okay. It was okay. Like it was strange energy with people. The kids were really strange. But Sunday, holy fuck. Vibrating. The world kept going sideways. I felt so sick to my stomach. I thought it was like I was on the Gravitron. Like the one of those rides that spins you around. Like my stomach kept kind of heaving. And then I was having, sorry, I'm going to be really gross. I was having like bowel cramps. I was having indigestion, like heartburn. I was having stomach. I was like, what the fuck is this? And
so it looks like everybody in the chat room was either having these horrible, yucky, like big time, or more positive, like really cool dreams. But it's like everybody was having something over the last 3 or 4 days. Yes, what day is it today? Tuesday.
Tuesday for you, Monday for us.
Sunday for me. Yeah, I didn't eat at all.
No one ate. It was like no one fucking wanted to eat on Sunday. Because I put the post into the Unfuckers room and I was just like, because I'm hypoglycemic and I know when I start feeling really woozy, the first thing I'll do is like, okay, take precautionary measures, go eat something, because if it's your blood sugar, eating will sort it out. If you eat something and it doesn't sort itself out, then it's not your blood sugar. I had to force feed myself on Sunday. Force feed. Even made my most favorite sandwich of like avocado and tomato and salt and pepper, my favorite, and I had to force myself to eat it. And everyone in the Unfuckers room was saying the same thing. It was like, I can't eat right now. I don't want to eat. Our friend over here, same thing. She's like, I don't want to eat. Would you please stop cooking? Because I really don't want to eat. I'm like, yeah, but I need to cook. So someone's got to eat it.
Okay, big shifts. These last 3 days, 4 days. And that feeling, that nausea feeling or that heartburn feeling or the stuff that doesn't feel very nice, it may well be what I've seen, which is this stuff coming in and up and out. It's actually an opportunity to clear something. It's not an attack. It's not a...
No.
It's crap coming up and out.
Okay, I have to tell it because this just came to me right this very second. And when it happened, and this happened on Friday, I was over at my friend's house having a cup of tea. We're sitting there talking, and we get talking about family stuff. She's lost both of her parents, so she's kind of talking about some of that stuff. And I made a comment. I'm not even going to say what I said because I'm just not going to say what I said. But I made a comment about my own family, like my parents. And when the words came out of my mouth, everything went completely fucking sideways. Like, so much so. And we were sitting on she's got a little pad that we sit on her balcony floor because she doesn't have any furniture out there yet. So we're sitting there having a smoke and a cup of tea. And I literally almost fell over backwards, even sitting on the floor. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I thought about, like, the words came out of my mouth and you're like, oh, speak not the evil you fear. Or did I just prophesy something? Like, was that like I said something and the reason everything went sideways is because it was like this was something was actually going to happen? And I was like, no. And I left her place and I went right down to Nick and I was like, I hope I just didn't do something. Like, I hope I fucking just didn't do something or set something in motion just by speaking it out loud, because holy shit. But then the whole weekend played out and it was this massive, like you say, shifting. And it didn't feel like an attack. It felt like everything was moving, changing. And in the changing, the sickness was like motion sickness. That's what it was like. It was like, if you can imagine, it was almost like if someone took the whole planet and went like this, it was almost like you were experiencing some kind of a motion sickness due to something in that nature, literally physically changing.
Yep, there's a lot of yeses, yes, exactly in the chat room. Okay.
Yeah, everyone, motion sickness feeling, exactly. Everyone's talking about that same type of thing, feeling like motion sickness, feeling.
I just think we had a huge collective purge. Now, whether we had a huge collective purge, and that resulted in some stuff, or some stuff was going on that led to a collective purge, who knows, chicken or the egg. But
with everything else this weekend, Lise, with all the other shit that was going on this weekend, it just sat there and was like, oh, if there was ever a weekend that it was going to feel like this. And of course, it's one of those things that's always hindsight's 2020. I didn't think of it in the moment. It wasn't until like Sunday night when I was like, oh, with everything else going on this weekend, was there some serious shifting happen? Is that exactly what happened? And Sophie says,
even what we were talking about playing out.
House. Sorry, say again, Lise.
Well, I'm just trying to get what you were saying. You're saying that all this stuff that is happening geopolitically over the weekend is a result of this shift, or what?
Well, I don't know. This is, you try and put it into words. Okay, we've talked about the Bible. And we've talked about how the Bible is like their game book, their playbook, right? The playbook. This is how they've already planned it, how all this type of shit is going to go. And they pick their dates according to things that they already do. So if they thought something was going to happen, in their playbook, somehow they've got it written. And they've got to set the stage to try and push their agenda. So they do all these things to set their agenda in motion at what they consider their prime time, whatever. Whether you want to talk of planetary alignments or whatever the fuck. It's like something was there. Something was already in place. Something was already going to happen. And they tried to catch the slipstream and ride it to their own destination. I don't think it worked out very well for them, though. Just saying. And CERN was really fucking active this weekend. I pulled all the numbers and I had I had such a bad brain fog on Sunday trying to do the math with the time zones between the Schumann resonance stuff coming out of Russia, CERN, and the solar ham, and who's working on which time zones, and then cross-referencing. And there was a 1 hour point on Sunday where we had a major filament ripoff, where there was CERN firing off and the Schumann resonance totally spiked. So were they trying to do something? Were they literally trying to do something? I don't know.
I don't feel like they have control over that shit.
No, I don't think they do either, but I think they keep trying to take control of it, hence, firing off CERN and shit like that.
Yeah, there's a couple of comments about creating something, and yeah, I think our creative and manifesting energies, abilities, whatever, are just kind of exponentially just right now. We're doing so much unconsciously and subconsciously that we're not aware of.
I hear someone talking, but hold on. You talk while I try and sort it.
It might be background noise here. Does it sound background or does it?
It sounds back.
I can't hear anything.
Like someone's talking.
It might.
It doesn't sound like Fee. It's not a voice that I recognize anyway.
No. Downstairs.
We have a lot of people in the chat room. Scrolling through everyone is not easy. Yeah.
No, I think it would have been. Yeah, no one's mic floating as far as I can see. Just check your own minutes, everybody, and mute out if you can. But I have a feeling it was my background noise.
Okay.
Because there's neighbours.
Okay.
The other thing that is really, really obvious to a lot of people right now is the Google, YouTube, Facebook censoring and manipulation that is going on. So most of you seem to have noticed, you guys anyway, that if you put in the URL, or if you try to embed a YouTube video on Facebook now, it doesn't give you the video preview unless it's about something completely.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's like, oh, really?
I haven't had one post. Especially if it's an anti-Hillary thing, you're not getting that thing preview. YouTube, I was playing on YouTube last night and it would not give me. I noticed it a few weeks ago. Normally, when you go to your homepage on YouTube and the recommendations that it brings up, it used to bring up some really cool and interesting stuff for me.
Yeah.
And I could go off on tangents just by what's on my homepage.
Yeah.
But about 2 weeks ago, I noticed it's throwing shit at me, like stuff that it knows I've got no interest in whatsoever. I've not watched anything related to it. It's all mainstream
fluff,
a lot of music, fluff, the whole pop culture shit. And so that started.
And Google,
then last night, you would even put a search, you could not get it. Huh?
Google is a search engine?
I couldn't get a search result.
Oh, it was so bad this week. I was looking for, we're not talking even political shit. I was searching for composting coffee grounds and information on like natural stuff. And we've got really, really bad. The no-see-ums are really, really bad here right now for the last 2 days. They like appeared out of nowhere on Sunday, actually. We haven't had the little no-see-ums, the little midges. Yeah, on Sunday it was like 85 bajillion of them just appeared all of a sudden. So I'm looking for a place, to make spray. We're just looking like alternative health, essential oils. Nothing. I was getting stuff for yachting. I was getting stuff for ridiculous. I was like, where the hell? I went looking for one of my own posts, and I Google searched it, i.e. as in I went, removing the shackles. Is your government a corporation? Which is the title of the article, and it didn't come up. I've never had that happen before. Like, if you type in removing the shackles and the name of a specific article, it's always number one. or at least in the first.
Yeah. Because you get all keyword.
Did not even come up today.
And I mean, everyone talked about it in the UU room on like what's going on Facebook, and seeing posts from the people you don't hear from and haven't heard from in years. Certainly, they're all over your wall.
But DuckDuckGo. So someone's just saying
they may not be able to take control. Go on.
Sorry, hon. You keep. I think we've got a lag. So I start talking when you stop, and then I realize you're still talking. Sorry, hon. Someone said DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is an independent search engine. The problem is it's not really good. It's great. It doesn't track you. It doesn't do all this kind of stuff. But it's not that great a search engine for finding stuff either.
Okay.
And I haven't tried Brave yet.
Okay, on a weird and wonderful kind of front, one of our UU room members on Facebook, who up until recently was one of the and still is, I'm sure, but focus was on all the ME Bible. It suddenly sort of seems to have discovered that the world is becoming very rainbow. I'll see if I can find some stuff.
Like those horrific pink apples. I was like, apples should not be that color, and if they're that color, I wouldn't fucking eat it. Sorry.
Yeah, those.
What was that?
Pink apples.
I've seen apples that are pink tinged flesh. I haven't seen apples that have fuchsia pink flesh ever. And I'm seriously, if I ever saw one, I would never eat it. I'd be like, whoa, this is like something out of like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The witch has been by.
I'll start with this because I've found that. Oh, no, because I don't have to stop sharing it. Hang on.
The rainbow eucalyptus?
Yeah, I've got that up already, but there was another one. There's a stack of photos.
Rainbow garter snakes? Okay, hold on. I got to go search this. What? Oh, fuck, I don't want that.
Now, I've seen some, a couple of things over the years, but not to the extent that Nathan's finding. Okay, I'm going to share screen, then you can share screen. So, that's not a painting.
No. These can't be real. No. These can't be real. There's no fucking way these are real.
Are you talking about what I'm looking at or what you're looking at?
Oh, no, I'm looking at myself. I'm not even looking at your stuff. Hold on. Let me find my Zoom again. Okay. Marilyn is got her video on. Hold on, and I can't. No, it's fixed. These are the mountains. I first saw these about a year ago. Now this here, what you're seeing here, these lakes, those are sluice ponds. Those are chemical sluice ponds is what they are. And I've seen chemical sluice ponds that are like neon yellow, neon green, neon pink. I mean, but these Rainbow Mountains, the first time I ever saw these was in the last year. I've never heard of them before. I've never seen them before. That isn't to say they weren't there, obviously. Haha. It could be just something that I've never seen before.
And I haven't seen these before. These look like camo gum trees.
Camo gum? Yeah.
But this fluoro orange.
never seen it. This is something, again, I've only seen in the last year. Someone posted a picture maybe 8, 9, 10 months ago, and I was like, oh, those are really cool. I've never seen anything like that before. Holy shit. No, hold on. I'm going to get back over here.
I mean, the colours are just extraordinary. Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
Yeah, these are gums, and the bark peels away like this, the Atalaya does, but I've seen dose gums, which are white, essentially. But these fluoro, this I've never seen before. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so you share what you want to share.
Hold on.
What are you saying?
I'm trying to find, I just pulled up Google Images for rainbow vipers, because that was the first one that someone said was rainbow vipers. So, and yeah. I mean, I've seen colorful snakes. I've never seen colorful snakes like this. Like, some of these have got to be fake. That's got to be fake. That one's fake. It's got to be fake. It's got to be fake. I'm looking at some of these going like, what's this? Now that's got to be fake. There's no way. Now, see, I'm going to have to go to, I was looking at images, so let me go. Rainbow viper. Okay.
The elusive.
What the hell is that? An Asian vine snake? Never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, he looks funky.
Okay. Tree pythons, I've seen. Yellow ones, yes. That, yes. Yes, I've seen those. I've seen that. Brazilian rainbow boa? It's got an iridescent rainbow on its skin. I've never seen anything like that. There's another one that's got like an iridescence to their skin. What the?
That one's scaleless.
I don't even know. Okay, well now I've got my stupid thing is all screwed up because it's not in full screen. Hold on. Elusive rainbow viper. Okay. No. Oh, you can't. Not with your stupid Pinterest.
I'll be back in a showing, looking at snakes. I'll be back.
Yeah. Guys, I don't know. This is like, I have no idea. Pardon me. I'm looking at some of this stuff going like, this? Okay, this is just someone screwing around. So this is not. So I don't know. Is this stuff real, or is it all just somebody really having fun with like paint? I don't know. I've never seen anything, some of this stuff though. I don't know. Yeah, the chemicals that have been sprayed in the air for so long, are they changing the trees and the snakes? Yes, apparently, Connie, the trees are real. So I got a message from someone who invited, going, yeah, we've got these people.
Love you. Love you too.
Jules, can you mute yourself, love?
Servo, Fulton Servo, okay? Have a good day.
Okay. And Lisa will just have to unmute when she comes back in. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of those pictures are coming from different sites that are like, do I believe that those are actually what they're supposed to be? I don't know. Yeah, so there you go. So someone just posted, the trees are here in Hawaii, all over Hilo side. Very cool. Okay, so we do know they exist. I've had several people say to me, yeah, Hawaii, and there was one other place that someone said that they exist in. I was like, okay, great, so we know they exist, but I've never heard of them before. I've never seen them before. This is something I've never seen. And I don't know, nature is one of my things, like animals, nature, this kind of stuff. It's something that I've always been thrilled with my whole life. Like, I've researched animals continuously since I was, I think, 6 years old is when I first started looking at animals and researching, etc. And there's been a couple of articles that people have put out saying like, oh, these never existed before. And they have things like, you know, the naked mole rat. And I'm like, yeah, they do. Didn't you ever watch Kim Possible? Rufus was a naked mole rat. So, you know, but there are some animals out there now that I'm like, I've never seen that before. That is
maybe they do
the thing ever.
Based on somebody else's timeline, though.
Say again?
Maybe there were no naked roll mat. See, I did it too. Roll mats.
Mole rats.
In some people's timeline.
And this is what I'm saying. I know I've known of the first time I watched Kim Possible with my kids. It was like, what's a naked mole rat? Well, let's go look it up, because that's what we do with everything. Well, I've never seen that. Well, let's go look it up. Whoa. Tracy, good one. Everything turned colorful when Dorothy got to Oz to find the wizard. It was all black and kind of, you know, all dingy until that point. When she got to the land of Oz, it was all black and white in Kansas. She got to the land of Oz. We ain't in Kansas anymore. I told you it was the Toto effect. See? We ain't in Kansas anymore.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, and this is the whole thing. Okay, so we're seeing fucking rainbows in the sky. Now, you can pass them off and say, oh, it's chemtrails. Yeah, absolutely. Aluminum particulates, moisture in the air. Yes. But that does not explain double and triple rainbows that we've seen. Rainbows that we've seen in the last 2 years that go horizon to horizon. They are massive.
Or on the horizon ones, ground level ones.
Yeah, I've got a picture of one that I took that was could not have been more than 30 feet off the ground. And it ran this way. And we've got, when have you ever been able to find the end of the rainbow? That's the joke, right? The joke has always been finding the end of the rainbow.
There's a gold at the end of the rainbow because you can't
ever get to it. Lisa, were you? No, you had left. You had just left Morocco because it would have been in January of 2014. We had a massive rainbow. So we're out there on Restinga, right on the beach. And there was a massive rainbow. Everyone was there. Like, there's a whole gang. I think Brian Kelly was there. Jorge was there. Everyone was all hanging out. Massive rainbow. And the kids are all going, we're going to go to the end of the rainbow. Because from where we looked, it was touching down on the beach. And we could see the rainbow touching the beach. So the kids tear off. They're tearing up the beach, and it looks a good couple hundred meters away. They're tearing up the beach, and Nick's yelling at them, going, you guys, you can't catch the end of the rainbow. It's not really there. It's an optical illusion. And we watched those kids. They ran up the beach, and they stopped exactly at the end of the rainbow and danced in the end of the rainbow. And then they came back to us and was like, Mommy, did you see us? We were dancing in the rainbow. And Nick was, you know, Nick being the scientist guy, going, that's not possible. And if I hadn't seen it with my own fucking eyes, I would have said it can't be done. But how else could they have stopped exactly when the rainbow touched the fucking sand?
I remember this, and I remember you taking photos, and you posted the photos.
I've got I can even see if I can find. There's the one specific one. Let me see if I can find it. So we're seeing rainbows. We are seeing rainbows, and the most amazing, unbelievable rainbows. Double rainbows where the color in between the two rainbows is completely different, where you can see radical shifts in the color of what the background is, whether it's the sky, anything else. Wait a second, that shouldn't be possible, right? So let me see. I've got them. I've got some of them on this computer. Where are those pictures? You just have to give me a second, guys.
Oh, I'm getting the high-pitched stuff going on in both ears.
Yeah, I've had that all weekend. It's driving me nuts. I don't know where those pictures are.
It's a, are we sending Lisa to sleep? No. No, it's not a buzzing or a ringing. It's just a, oh, God, it almost feels like I'm hearing dog whistles.
Hold on. I'm going to show you. This is the only one I've got on this computer, unfortunately. Apparently, I don't have them up here. Now, if you look carefully, and I actually pulled this through a filter, and I can't find the filtered one, the rainbow actually goes all the way down in front of the water and lands right on the top where Logan's holding the umbrella. He ran out and held the umbrella under the rainbow. And you can't really see it, unfortunately. You can see a bit of the pinks coming down through the water to show that it's actually coming right down. It's not just out on the water. Yeah.
The rainbow tribe. I wonder.
Why unicorns fart rainbows? A scientific explanation. See? There you go. That just happened to be the next picture in the album. Come on, that's fucking funny.
Someone just posted the old North American Indian prophecy. When the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying, a new tribe of people shall come onto the earth from many colours, classes, creeds, and who by their actions and deeds shall make the earth green again. They will be known as the warriors of the rainbow.
And Pixie, we call Pixie the rainbow warrior because she wears rainbows. Like, I mean, literally every color continuously, almost every day. You remember the pants that I bought her the day we were leaving Australia? The rainbow pants. She comes out of the room the other day and she's going to go over to our friend's house to go pick up something. She has those rainbow striped pants. So they got vertical rainbow stripes all the way around. They look like they've been hand painted. She's got a tank top that is printed and pure, hardcore rainbow printed stripes this way, in rainbow colored toe socks. And I looked at her and I was like, "You are a fashion icon." And she was like, "No, I'm going to go look for a rainbow and then I'll be like in camouflage." Oh,
well, I don't know. Even I can honestly say that even with all of the fuckery that we're seeing geopolitically and even locally, domestically, what's going on here in Australia, it all feels like a very, very fragile house of cards, more and more and more. And I'm just feeling more and more positive about where are we going or what's about to happen, or it all feels like, I mean, we made the comment earlier that World War III people died, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to sound, dismissive of that.
Yeah.
Yet at the same time, the reality of it just feels so less real. I can't buy into it. I can't connect to it. I can't feed it. Nothing. It's just such a fragile house of cards and an illusion.
Well, this is the thing. So I do a news show. It's my job to report the news, really. My self-inflicted, and I do say permanently, self-inflicted job to report on this stuff. And all I've wanted to do for the last week, hardcore, is be in the gardens, gardening, tangible, gardening, cooking, because it's tangible. It's something I'm like, I had all these vegetables. I made this amazing pasta spaghetti sauce. It had, I don't know, about 15 different vegetables in it. And just sitting there at the kitchen, chopping and slicing and just puttering and building Lego with the kids. I should bring out and show you the castle I fucking built. Seriously, I dare Lego to build a better castle than the one I built. Tangible, physical, tangible, doing something. I want to build something. I want to paint something. I want to fucking, I was joking with my girlfriend saying, give me some floor tiles. I'll lay some floor. Give me something tangible to do. I just want to do tangible, real shit.
I know exactly what you mean. And I'm excited because I've got the workshop happening on Thursday. So to start making games and fishy stuff. So that's where I'm going to put that energy for the moment. But I know exactly what you mean. This thing that I used to have to live on, I'm doing bare minimum. Just what actually really needs to be done. I'm very rarely on Facebook.
The only thing I'm doing right now is the Unfuckers room. I go in to chat with everyone and have fun and chat and discuss. But that is the only draw. Like even going and looking at the news, I just don't. And I go down the rabbit holes, like when shit comes up. I've brought the Russian articles to my attention this morning. So I dove down that rabbit hole. And him and I were discussing stuff about the Russian Federation and the nature of it being a corporation. So I went looking to see if I could find where it was registered. But even that is like short-lived. It's like where normally I would plow through that and I would go at that until I found the fucking listing. I literally went through this and I went through the Edgar listings and I went through the Dun and Bradstreet and I was like, yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah. I'm going to go cook. And so I made cake. And I'm making everyone fat. And I'm getting yelled at by everyone because I won't stop baking.
So I'm just looking at the chat room.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know what? It seems to me, I just want to build something real.
Yeah.
It's like a reflection of.
I can't tell you how many times I've heard that in the last 2 weeks.
Give me some bricks and some mortar and I'll fucking build a house. I literally was joking about it. There's an apartment in the building here that isn't unfinished. So what they call it a shell, right? Which means it literally is the walls. And I don't mean drywalled. I mean the concrete bare walls. It doesn't even have floor. It's on the main floor. It's dirt. Literally fucking dirt. And I said, you know what? I'd fucking take that apartment. And like, I just let them put down the base stuff. And I said, I would just be like, okay, just let me, I'll do the drywall and I can do all the tiling myself and I'll fucking paint it and we'll get the plastering done and I'll do it. And all I want to do is real, tangible. I want to build stuff. I want to do things that are real and tangible. Like,
You're feeling the same way by the looks of things.
yep.
Connection back to the earth, getting in the dirt or being creative and building. But it's funny. It's wild. And the same, and we're doing it at the same time we're seeing the whole world's turning rainbow and these big energy shifts that have just happened in the last few days. But honestly, this whatever is going on or is about to go on, this feeling like something is about to happen again, that we've talked about how this energy builds and this expectation builds, and it feels like we're on the verge of something, and then it just kind of dissipates. Well, we're riding this. To me, we're riding another one of these big waves, and it's getting ready to break, as Tracy just said. It'll be interesting to see whether this one just kind of dissipates again.
Yep.
Or what, but it's almost like every time it does, there are more elements drawn in or contributing to it. Maybe it's more people, I don't know, but there's more sources of the energy.
Give me 1 second, Lisa. I left my bottle of water over there. Hold on.
Waiting for the shoe to drop, yeah. It just feels so, you don't feel sleepy anymore, or you do?
I do and don't. It comes in fits and starts, eh? Like, that's the weird thing, is I have those moments where I'm like, this weekend, where I'm just like, oh my God, I have to lie down. Yesterday, I went and laid down. And you know what? There was no sleep. It wasn't about falling asleep. It was just like, it was more about balancing myself again, like taking that moment where you just lie down, you stop doing anything and just close your eyes and kind of let yourself settle a little bit.
Someone made a good comment that, like if we're talking about as more and more people are waking up, there are more and more people participating in this big energy surge that's happening.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I should not be conscious. I should not be able to put two words together.
But here you are.
To be existing on like literally about 90 minutes worth of sleep. My body's breaking down. I can feel it. It's shaking and cold and wants just terribly badly to go to sleep. But sucking up shit like a hoover. I can't go to all the. I can't buy into it. It's not real. In some respects, it's just not real. But we're about to see. We are about to see some kind of culmination, climax on a geopolitical, global, in-your-face way.
Well, Allison just said we had a hurricane lingering over the east. Now it's gone. Over the east coast for, hold on. Damn, it's gone. It's like.
It was at a Cat 4 last time. Someone checked?
Yeah. I've lost it. I lost the post. Just, the whole room just went zip. There we go. We had a hurricane lingering over the East Coast for the last several days, and it just felt like a building of a pressure cooker, the tension in the air. Yeah, like they've been trying to drive that hurricane into the East Coast, drive it, and it just is going. And it's like, yeah, I know. I actually spoke to another friend of mine in Florida who said the same thing. Like, there's this tangible pressure here. Like, they're trying so hard to drive that hurricane. I'm sorry, guys. Dinner was about 6 hours ago, and I'm fucking starving. So you just have to have a piece of cake. I'm starving.
My internet is unstable. Strangely enough, and I can see that my is blurring, and I'm probably all robot. I'm not sure, but
no, you're not too bad.
I'm not too bad. Okay.
Of course, it's homemade, Maria. Come on.
Lisa Headroom. Oh, very funny. I don't, yeah, my mind is a blank. I'm actually starting to break down. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe I should drop off.
Maybe we should just have a short show. It'll just be like a 1 hour show. You need to go to sleep, Lisa. I can see who you are all of a sudden just went, even your shoulders sank.
I'm beyond coffee. Yeah, I've had 2 coffees. It just made me feel sick.
No, it's because I've got mine here, and I mean, I've drank half a cup. I don't really want it. Don't really want it.
Wow. But I will fill you in because it's a later date.
When I get up in the morning, I expect
everybody else.
Yes, when I get up in the morning, I expect you to call me. Or I will just call you as soon as I get up so we can have a little chit-chat.
But I feel back in a way I haven't for a long while. And Mojo, Lisa's getting her groove back.
Lisa's got her groove back. Nice.
Getting there. She's getting
Nice.
there. I'll just do it. I know. And it's just been the last couple of days, and the positivity that I feel, even in the face of some seriously dark stuff. The dark stuff is only coming out to be seen and cleared. That's the only reason it's coming up and out, and we're seeing it. And perhaps that's what's going on geopolitically as well. I mean, all of this fuckery is just all just coming out to be cleared,
just being seen. Yeah.
Be seen, and I still don't feel really, because they haven't really. The World War III thing, I think they wanted to start years ago. Right? Years ago. Like 2005. That's what 2011, I mean, September 11, 2001 was all about, was to kick that shit off. You know, so by the time we got to like 2004 or 5, it should have been in full swing.
Well, this is, given what we know from history, the shit that has played out even in the last 12 months alone, let alone all the rest of it, the last 12 months alone would have been.
They need us now more than ever. They need us now more than ever to buy into this and help create it.
Mm-hmm. That's not working.
It's all just the fear mongering. Not on me right now. These ideas that they, you know, that they need to cull the population, and they need to, you know, they want to come down to like 500 million people, stuff like that. If we are the energy source for them for manifestation, they need as many as possible. And I think more and more people, I've said this before, as more and more wake up, that's one less person they have who's manifesting power they can tap into.
Yep.
And I just don't see it. I just can't buy into it and feed it. It's wasted energy, and I just feel like more and more that they actually need us to in order to pull any of this shit off. What they did with 9/11 was wake too many people up.
I don't know. I'm flip-flopping on the whole 9/11 thing, and I've just had a couple of conversations recently over the last week with a few other people about what 9/11 was about, and was it the extraction point where we got shoved into this holographic matrix type fuckery. God knows what the hell we call this bullshit. Was there more significance to it than just Baby Bush trying to start a fucking war so we could make more money?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything they have to do is multidimensional and multi-purpose.
Exactly. And there's just been little things that have come up recently that I've just been like, oh, you know, like I said, watching Westworld. Did we talk about this before we went live? Not after? Okay, everyone, I just literally, before we went live, watched the very first episode of the new J.J. Abrams show called Westworld. I highly recommend everyone go out and watch it. Call it your homework for this week. Spent the first 15 minutes watching going, what the fuck is going on? Wow. It's I'm very interested to see where they go with this. Because even in the premise of it, artificial life forms, created life forms, avatars, if you will, they get reset every day. Wiped,
What was the other show that did that?
well, Dark City was another one. I mean, that was the movie Dark City, where the same thing. That was once a week, though. Yeah, like every weekend. Oh, really?
Once a week. I thought it was at the end of every day.
Was it at the end of every day that they reset everyone? I can't remember. But yeah, this whole, going back to this reset, and boom. But you can already tell just from the first episode of Westworld that there's obviously a glitch in the Matrix, because the resets are now sort of not quite taking. And people, avatars, these things are not acting the way they're supposed to act, and they're recognizing shit. And I was just like, oh, this could be a really interesting show. I want to see where he goes with this.
Okay, I've got a couple of things just before I pass out. Maria said, has anyone heard of John Titor? And that he predicted a lot of stuff that's going on. Can you elaborate? If you want to unmute and elaborate, or just type it in. I don't care. Either way is good. And the stuff that, for those of you who were with us a few weeks back when we had Willoughby on and he talked about the stuff coming out of Russia, he's continued his research. And there's a lot that was leading him to the same time period of the 1700s that we were coming to over and over again, when it was looking at the trusts, the corporate structure, the everything that. There was this time period in the 1700s that we just kept getting taken back to. And even in the stuff that he's doing out of Russia, which is more of a sort of energetic and everything, and it's coming to the same time period. But even before we were doing that research, you and I were talking about resets and that time period.
Yeah.
This history that we think we know may only be a couple hundred years old.
Yeah. I'm literally, there's those moments where you just kind of go like 100 years, 100 days, maybe? I'm sorry. And the changes in people around me, I honestly believe that there's resets going on even right now. Like there's like flipping resets that happen, and I watch people change and go, who are you? Where the hell did you come from? And wow.
When did he say this, Maria? John Titor said a lot of stuff that is going on, including a missing big monument, i.e. the World Trade Center.
She just posted the link here, and it's www.johntitor. Wait, Maria, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So he turned up in about 1999 till about 2001, I think. And there's just so much that he covered, I couldn't possibly say it all.
He's not the guy who said he was a time traveller.
Yeah, but of course people
I remember him.
you know, he was a crackpot until things started to actually happen. I mean, he predicted the whole dementia thing. It's because there's stuff in the food chain. What else did he do? Oh, the monuments that was missing, the World Trade Center. But I mean, he said that he didn't want to give too much away because it was about different timelines. It's such an interesting read. I'll see if I can find a video. It might be easier because that website that I've just put in, it's really it's a bit hard on the eyes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, you can throw it into the unfuckers room so we can all take a look at it.
Sure, I'll do that.
I said it first. Bye, love. Thank you.
Bye, thank you. I do remember I do remember reading his stuff. It was a very odd story.
All I know is more and more every day. It's like, this isn't reality. This is just this holographic, fake. Yeah, it's not reality, and I don't fit in here. And I don't mean like in society in general, because we all know I don't fit into society in general, but every day, shit, I'm just like, no, it's not. No, it's not right. I keep going back to that whole thing with the 100 years, and I'm like, and then you watch a show like I say, like Westworld, and go, maybe it's like once a week. Maybe it's like every day. They just keep resetting it. It makes us think that we're doing another day, but I don't know. It's just, yeah, Tara just said it's the I got off on the wrong bus stop kind of feeling. Exactly. It's like, oh, I'm not on the right side of town. What the hell happened? That's pretty much it.
You're not in Kansas anymore. Okay, I have to go pass out.
Mm-hmm.
So I can either love you and leave you, and you guys can stay.
No.
But I actually have to go pass out now.
You need to go to sleep. And I need to go to sleep too. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, or almost 1 o'clock in the morning, my time. It's been a short show, but that's okay. You need to go to bed. Go to bed, darling.
When I've had some sleep and I can articulate what's going on, which I can't just yet, I'll let you guys know in some way, shape or form.
Awesome.
But, yeah.
Well,
it's kind of wild at this end.
I'll talk to you when I wake up.
I may be just waking up myself. So.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
We'll
We'll see you later. Bye.